We're back.
Oh, no.
I told you I would be laughing in this vid. We are back. It's a couple of hours after the Banlist when we are filming this. And we have a deck list. This is the first deck list I'm filming. And to make it a tradition,
We're gonna do this every Banlist now.
we're gonna do this every Banlist now.
They keep getting hit though.
Yeah, they do. They do. But
They got like 5 cards.
this is we've played a couple of duels now. In no way refined, but Jesus, what the fuck is this shit?
This is so much different than what it used
This
to be.
is such a weird deck now. Let's go into the deck list, and afterwards we'll show you the end field. It's not really difficult to get to, but it's you will not expect this from this deck.
Yeah, the Enfield kind of looks the same way what it used to be. And
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does. You have like a couple of synchros and a link monster. But like when Block Dragon got banned, of course, the whole deck just kind of died and the whole community behind it kind of died. And I still kept playing it, and I saw like a bunch of like those extravagant lists that were like abusing Helk and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were so bad. But no offense to anyone playing that, by the way. But yeah, right now, like, I have been testing it, and the LCS, of course, coming up. So I've been thinking of playing this. I've been deciding between Virtual Roll or this. Done a bunch of testing. Virtual Roll just is not cool, and the mirror matches are fucking horrible. So I just wanted to have like a little bit of a surprise factor. So I built this deck
This is
again.
a surprise factor.
I built this deck again. Yeah, the main deck is like unchanged from the last list, I think. Like,
Right.
or like, of course, a couple of changes. And last LCS I played like Dragoon and stuff, but that was just horrible. So yeah, we can just go into it, I guess. What do we have for the monsters? It's still 3 of all the miners. Of course, these cards are still the best cards in the deck.
Solid dark type.
Then we play 1 of the blue guy.
Alright.
Mainly because this combo ends on Helk, so your Helk will not be in the grave, which means you will not have a water engrave or Drake Guide. So you need to play at least 1 of these. I played 2 for a little bit, now I just cut it back to 1 because I think this card is just, it's okay to hit, it's okay to draw, it's a name for the deck, and it's a water engrave. So yeah, I play 1 Revival Golem and 2 Tackle Crusaders. This is kind of abusing the whole Miracle Rupture engine, and Tackle Crusader is like insanely good versus the meta, especially with the combo I play, because I can just stack this, draw it in the Enfield combo. I'll show it to you guys in a second.
It's gonna be so weird.
And then use it to get another disruption for the combo.
Mm-hmm.
And then like still the standard rocks that you should play. You should play 3 of these. Like Doki Doki and Guardian are like mandatory, of course. But the Supplier, it's a free body, a free card to hand. It's literally one of the best cards in the deck. And it's level 4, which it like comes up. And for the last 3 monsters, I do not play hand traps in this build yet. I have not decided on what cards I could cut for that. This is just main cookie cutter combo build. So yeah, 3 Parallel Exceed.
It's a wind.
It's a wind. That's the main purpose. No, it's probably like the card you always want to see. It's a wind, which turns on Reptide, because we lost Linkross, so we lost Marcher, so we lost winds. So you actually need to have this in the combo somewhere, or like Foolish it to grave, or your Reptide will be dead, which is still kind of a thing, but it's just like one of the best extenders.
Yeah, Diddy Crow is actually pretty good this format. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to have that live. Then for spells, 3 Triple Tactics Talent. Triple Desires, because consistency for this deck is like the main thing now. 3 Miracle Rupture, 3 Signs, and then to add to that 1 more Miracle Rupture in Foolish and 1 more Signs in Monster Reborn, and then for the 40th card, 1 Upstart.
Nice, consistent.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's just pure consistency build. These cards interact with each other so well. Like you can use this to get Golem out of your deck and onto the field. You can use these to like whatever tuner you summon from Helk, you can special summon with this and get their effects. And also if you like, you can keep these 2 cards in hand and play with your other 3 cards. And then if you get interrupted, you can just use these and go off from there. So that's it for the main deck.
Alright, the extra deck.
That's where the weird thing comes in.
Weird, quote unquote. It's so much fun. It's awesome, and it's actually good.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. So yeah, Helk, I play Ausa. This is really, really good, this format. It's really good to steal cards from Zodiac, Dino, like any deck that plays Earths, you just steal a monster.
And also steal from Virtual World, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Virtual World. They give you like tuners, whatever. They do not give you a tuner, I think.
No.
Lily and Gigi. No,
yeah, but they can give you targets.
Yeah, like this card is really good to extend further into the rest. So IP, I play this card for the Enfield now. You will see the reason why in a second. So then all the nightmares, because we want removal and we want attributes.
Yep.
So yeah, Access Code, Talker, and Boral Sword Dragon. These are just to close out games. If you want to pop the whole field, use Access Code. If you want to go for the cheap OTK, just go Boral Sword, because it's like the easiest stuff to make.
And you play like 1 million attributes in Link monsters as well.
Yeah, exactly. 2 XEs, Gallant Granite, and Dugarest the Timeless.
Dugarest is fire.
Dugarest is fire. So you can either use Nightmare or Dugarest in your combo to get a fire engrave. I also always like using this card because it just digs deeper into your deck. And it also discards like, sometimes you draw Parallel Exceed with like a Tactics or something after you Link Summon Hulk, because you do not remove Hulk from the field after that, so you have no arrows to go to. So you can use this to discard a Parallel to get a Wind Engrave. And of course, Gallant Granite just searches your starters. And for Synchros, so the 3 main boys. And then 1 Formula Synchron and 1 Crystal Wing. The fuck are you laughing at?
What is this shit?
It's broken.
I have honestly never liked this deck until this point. The stuff you just did, it was so much fun.
It's actually
really
insane.
cool. Alright, let's go into the end board. So basically what you do is you turbo out the Hulk Vibrex. After that you're gonna Synchro summon just as much as you can.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, you're ending on like, most often a field of this. The thing that will be missing will be one of the Synchros, and most often there will be Draguide. So you will not have to Draguide, which is not a problem. So in the combo, like you have of course Signs, which you have a lot of access to, you draw a lot of cards, and Leonine can add it to your hand. So you try to like, you can link this away into the Reptide, then use Signs, summon back the Reptide, and from that you can stack a rock. So the rock you will stack is either follow-up play, but you can stack Tackle Crusader. So let's say we stack this, and we use this, whatever. So like in your opponent's turn, you will also have used Dugarest. And let's say for insane combo potential, we have used Parallel Exceed.
Yeah, to make the Dugarest earlier, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So right here, like on resolution of any effect, because you do not want this to be chaining 2 or higher, use Hulk, which banishes itself, special summons a tuner from your extra deck. Summon Formula. The Formula draws a card, which will be your Tactical Crusader, adding to your hand. From here, you can use on the resolution of everything Formula, link these 2 away, and you can go into either of these. If you have a Water Engrave and you're playing against like a back row matchup, you can summon Draguide, but I would like to keep this in my extra deck for follow-up play. So you will summon Crystal Wing, for example. On resolution of that effect, you can use Leonite, reborn this. So now you have a live Reptide, you have a live Crystal Wing, you have an IP with a body you can discard for a Unicorn. Unicorn can discard the Tactical Crusader for another interruption. So you're basically like playing in your opponent's turn that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it like seems extremely solid. So the next like turn you still have like these Nightmares, Draguide, Access Code, Brawl Sword, with like 3 types engraved.
You also have a rock in hand that you could have stacked earlier. You still have huge. This combo doesn't take up many like hand size spots, so that's really cool.
Yeah, and again, this deck goes like +6.
Yeah, there are no more bricks in the deck as well.
Yeah. So if you, it's just, I think the consistency of this deck allows you to, like we played, I think like 6 matches or something, and every match, like he played a blind second deck, so every match I got to go first, and every game
there was like 1 game you didn't end on the Draguide. That's
one game I did not make the Draguide actually, and I just ended on like this board I showed earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can also just end on a Guardian, or if you do not have the Parallel Exceed, you can reborn a Guardian with this. It just allows to have a lot of options. and doing everything in the standby phase also like is broken. But yeah, you need to kind of wait until your opponent is playing with like the IP and the Crystal Wing and the Reptile and stuff like that. But I think this just adds a lot of potential. And of course, going second of this deck is extremely, extremely good.
And it's hella cool.
And it's hella cool. It's still Emancipator. That deck.
Rock fucking solid. Gonna play this deck this weekend, you think?
I'm still deciding. I made a list with Bruce for the Virtual Worlds, and it's okay. It's the best deck, but I do not want to be playing 8 rounds of Virtual World Mirrors.
Yeah.
And like this deck with like all of this removal, DD Crows, Monster Negates.
You have a good matchup against everything.
I think I have a good matchup against everything, exactly. Like this deck, like always, shits on back row decks. And yeah, I just want to be dodging it for a while.
Yeah, makes sense. We just have tested like a couple of games. So, all right, thank you, Sam, for the quick feature.
No problem.
And yes, we will see more of you very soon. Bye, guys.